Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Wednesday, June 7th, 2017. It's currently 9:50 a.m. and it is rather cool out there this morning with temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 50s over much of the region, pushing into the upper 50s in a few locations with winds from the north around 5 to 15 miles per hour. For the most part, we're dealing with sun and clouds today, but we do have a few isolated showers rotating around the region, and they will continue to be a threat today on through tomorrow morning. Then, of course, we're watching a coastal low that looks like it's going to stay far enough out in the Atlantic to only produce a few widely scattered showers for the region. Then the heat returns. Yes, if you have been waiting for hot and humid weather conditions, if you love going to the beach and you like the weather conditions where they're in the upper 80s to lower 90s with high levels of humidity, then this weather pattern coming up for this weekend on through early next week is for you. If not, well, there's always air conditioning. When we take a look at the latest surface map, again, for the most part, no real organized area of low pressure, but we have these weak troughs here that are kind of lingering around the region, and that's what's going to lead to the threat for that isolated shower here and there. But for the most part, most locations will remain dry with a mix of sun and clouds. On the radar, for the most part, again, dry conditions, but you can't rule out a few of these isolated showers popping up, like one or two are moving through Rhode Island. We have a couple here in central Pennsylvania. And again, that's going to be a threat continuing on through this afternoon for locations like Scranton, Allentown, Philadelphia, New York City. So again, most locations will remain dry, but can't rule out an isolated shower. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see one of those troughs lingering around central Pennsylvania. We'll watch that as it moves through towards this afternoon. Meanwhile, we have a new area of low pressure is developing over the southeast. Now, this low pressure system is basically going to track to the east-northeast, which will keep the storm and the majority of the rainfall off the coast and over the coastal waters. But I can't rule out a few scattered showers for tomorrow afternoon on through Friday morning as this low pressure system lifts up towards the coastal waters of New England. Now, for those of you who may be traveling up to Boston or for New England, that storm's going to have some impacts on Friday, and it could be rather impressive, especially right along the coast over eastern New England. But for the rest of the region, for the New York City Metro and Philadelphia Metro, just a few passing showers and then clearing skies as we head into Friday afternoon. So let's dive into this forecast. For today, a few isolated showers, otherwise sun and clouds. Temperatures throughout the region will be in the mid 60s for highs. For this evening on through tomorrow, again, a few broken to scattered clouds. Otherwise, an isolated shower is possible. Watch out for some fog possibly right along the immediate coast. Low temperatures in the lower 50s. For tomorrow afternoon, that low pressure system passes well to the southeast. But again, we're going to continue to see a threat for a few widely scattered showers. And not a washout, but one or two of these showers can produce a heavy downpour. Temperatures on Thursday afternoon will range from the mid 60s along the coast and upper 60s to lower 70s in the Delaware River Valley. On Friday, that low pressure system departs. A few morning showers followed by clearing skies as you head towards the afternoon and evening hours. Again, can't rule out a shower in the afternoon, mostly because of instability in the atmosphere, but most locations will remain dry on Friday afternoon, and we'll start to see a warm up in our temperatures. Temperatures on Friday will range from the lower 50s for lows, but then upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast and mid 70s in the Delaware River Valley. On Saturday, our new warm pattern starts to become established. High pressure starts to develop off of the East Coast, and what we call a Bermuda high pattern is starting to evolve. You'll notice winds from the southwest and a slight increase in humidity, with, for the most part, dry weather conditions and scattered cloud cover. Look for temperatures on Saturday range from the upper 50s to lower 60s for lows, mid 70s along the immediate coast, and upper 70s to lower 80s throughout the rest of the region for high temperatures. On Sunday, that southwesterly wind becomes a little bit stronger at all levels of the atmosphere. We'll have to watch out for this little weak trough that could spark off an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but most locations will remain dry on Sunday. Temperatures will range from the lower to mid 60s for lows. High temperatures will range from the upper 70s to lower 80s on Long Island, lower to mid 80s along the rest of the coast, and mid to upper 80s in the Delaware River Valley. You're going to notice an increase in humidity, and of course, temperatures are much warmer. By Monday, we start to push into what is potentially the start of a little mini heat wave. Again, our Bermuda high is established. Notice our high pressure system is over the Western Atlantic, and another one is over the Appalachians, with a nice southwesterly wind established over the northern mid-Atlantic. This wind is coming right out of the Gulf of Mexico. We continue to see a trough that's lingering around the coast here, so again, we can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but most locations will remain dry. The main story will be the increase in humidity and the much hotter temperatures. Temperatures on Monday will range from the mid to upper 60s for lows. Watch out for some locally dense fog because of the increase of moisture in the atmosphere and because of the more humid weather conditions. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, mid to upper 80s along the immediate coast, and then in your urban areas and in the Delaware River Valley, temperatures will range from the upper 80s to lower 90s. With the increase in humidity, the heat index is most likely going to be in the lower to mid 90s. On Tuesday, that hot and humid weather pattern remains in place. Again, we see that trough lingering over the region. So again, there's that threat for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Most locations, though, will remain dry. Temperatures will range from the mid to upper 60s for lows, with that threat for some fog in the morning hours, especially along the immediate coast. Temperatures will range from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the immediate coast, and lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley and in urban areas. So we're talking about urban areas like immediate New York City, Newark, Trenton, Philadelphia. So locations like that, combine that with the humidity, you're talking about a heat index pushing into the mid to upper 90s. So it's going to be a very hot day. On Wednesday, we start to see this hot weather pattern start to slowly break down. Now, watch this cold front out here. That's going to move through by next Friday, and this could be a nice little trigger for some widespread showers and strong to severe thunderstorms. Meanwhile, the heart of the hot and humid air mass starts to shift off the coast. Still, though, it's going to be rather uncomfortable out there. Temperatures will range from the upper 60s to lower 70s for lows, so certainly hot and humid in the morning, or at the very least, muggy. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 80s along the coast, including Long Island, and upper 80s to lower 90s in the Delaware River Valley and in your urban areas. Again, this cold front will move to on Friday, so Thursday looks to continue to be rather muggy, but a little bit cooler, with temperatures ranging from the upper 70s along Long Island and mid to upper 80s in the Delaware River Valley. And then with the cold front moving through, we fall out of the hot and humid designation with those showers and thunderstorms and the end of the hot and humid weather pattern. So next week is definitely the type of pattern that you would love if you want to head to the beach every day, because that is the type of weather pattern that we'll be setting up. That is your forecast discussion for today. Thank you for following NYNJPA Weather. And as always, stay safe out there.